everybody, to another episode of Should I Stay or Should I Go movie reviews. And tonight's movie is Bad Times at the El Royale. So I'm going to get things kicked off tonight. Really been wanting to see this movie. Big Jeff Bridges fan. Had an interesting cast. Some folks you'll know. I don't know the two names that I actually know, of course, are Jeff Bridges and Chris Helmsworth. The guy from Mad Men, I don't remember his name, but Draper was his name. John Hamm, yeah. Draper was his name on Mad Men. He was in this. It's a really interesting movie. It kind of reminded me of Four Rooms, the Quentin Tarantino, Robert Rodriguez movie. It's really kind of unique the way they told the story, but it's similar to some other things. But yeah, it was good. I liked it. Like I said, interesting cast. The bellboy, I thought, did a really great job. Probably one of my favorite roles of Jeff Bridges. I really think that he stole the show. He seemed really compassionate, and the whole group was really well done. So I don't know. We can come back to some more stuff. I'll pass it to everybody else, but I'm going to give it an 8.
I enjoyed the movie as well. I went in knowing absolutely nothing. The only thing I could remember was El Royale about the movie. I didn't even know the title technically, and I guess that's kind of the way to go, is knowing nothing and then being entertained. I thought it was good. It started off with a bang. I enjoyed it, except for the couple of gory things. But other than that, it was very interesting. It had a nice storyline. I felt like it was... I liked how the movie would go through and talk about each person and then their background as they're going through the movie. And if they had to repeat a little bit of the movie to do that, then they did. And that was nice, too. In case you had to go to the bathroom and you missed the spot. I give the movie a 7.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it too. As Amy said, it started off really interesting, grabbed your attention right away. The trailers were purposefully ambiguous because I don't think they really wanted to give away much of what was going on. You're just kind of introduced to a group of strangers that happen to be staying at this older hotel out of some strange circumstances that they don't reveal, and it kind of unfolds as you watch the movie. And the cast was really great. I agree with Shane. Jeff Bridges, he always delivers, though. He's one of those actors that just seems to get better and better the older he gets, and it kept you really interested. And Amy mentioned that they kind of introduced the characters and the backgrounds. They actually do it by the hotel room number that they're in, and give a little backstory of how they got to the hotel and what their background is. But we can talk a little more about that too. But yeah, very suspenseful. I think it was kind of a mystery, suspense, thriller, and drama kind of wrapped into one, don't you think?
Yeah.
And you weren't really sure what it was going to be, which, like Amy said, that was nice. It was good to see, okay, well, what is this and where's it going? So I'm going to agree with Shane on this one, and I give it an 8. I really enjoyed it. Sharon?
I don't think there's much left for me to say. I loved it. I will say that I'm a big fan of that type of storytelling, and I actually like to read in that fashion as well, from different viewpoints. I like to see a little of the what's happening now and then going back and then getting me to the now. Mm-hmm. I was surprised that you liked it, Shane. I'll have to point that out because you don't normally enjoy that type of storytelling. So I'm surprised you liked it.
Yeah,
so
I think in this case they didn't go. You know, sometimes when they tell those stories from different points of views, they like rehash the same thing completely. And this one just tied enough so that you could say, okay, here's where we're at in this story, right, and then here's where this person's storyline takes off.
Yeah,
a little bit like Pulp Fiction in that way, where it's the same time frame but a different camera angle from the other perspective, but not as blatant as that. Not that there's anything wrong with Pulp Fiction.
I like that I liked
Yeah.
that storytelling
Yeah.
style. I liked that they chose to do it by room number. That was really kind of cool. I liked all of the cast. I thought everybody did a really good job in the movie, and I
Yeah.
loved that I didn't really know what was going on.
And it was a small cast too.
It was very
and
small.
Pretty much just the one location, except for
Yeah.
a couple of
The
the
rooms
character
and, yeah.
background things.
And then there was very brief conversations, which I also liked. There wasn't a lot of conversation that occurred during the entire movie. If you think about a film and the length, it was 2 hours and 21 minutes. And if anybody watches these reviews, you know how I feel about that.
I watched them.
So anyway, I liked it, and I would give it an 8 as well.
Nice.
Yeah, I liked it a lot, and I'm not even deducting a point for the length this time.
There was a point in the movie towards the end I felt like it
Too.
was a little long and was kind of wondering when's it going to button up. But
And-
they kept that kind of in suspense too. You
They
weren't
did, because you weren't
how it
really
was
sure
gonna
how it was
close.
going to end, and yes, and shout out to Hemsworth. He was pretty sexy.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, he looked great.
So I'll take it back, and so I think everybody's.
Go see the movie.
What'd you think of Hemsworth?
Yeah,
Shirtless.
he was pretty buff. He had
Purposely
like a 12-pack. But yeah, I think everybody's giving it the thumbs up. We're
Yes.
we're gonna
go.
Yeah, go check it out.
bunch of 8s. Yeah, don't know too much about it because this is one of those movies. The more you know about it, I think it's gonna lose some of the allure for you and might ruin some of the pacing. So from here on out, we're gonna talk about spoilers. So if you don't want to talk about or hear any spoilers, if you've already seen the movie and you want to stick around and hear what we have to say about the ins and outs, then otherwise, see you later. And here go spoilers. So
The chick is from 50 Shades of Grey. I know you guys, none of you have seen it, but that's where she's from.
yeah, I
Yes.
knew she
There were
looked
2
familiar.
chicks, 3 chicks in the movie,
Well-
so
I know which one you're talking about.
The young
Emily.
one?
Emily. No,
Oh, Emily,
Emily, not
okay.
Rosie.
yeah.
Yeah. Where was the singer from?
I'd never seen her before.
I have never seen her either. She was
She did a great
magnificent.
job.
That
though.
was good.
Yeah.
She-
And I liked how they
Her
were.
name was Darlene in the movie, and I'm sorry I can't
Darlene
Darlene
Sweet.
think of her name, her real name.
yeah.
But I like
Yeah,
how she ended
really
up
good
doing the whole
actress.
clapping while he was doing the hammering.
Yeah.
That kind of was nice. And the hotel, that was. And the way they ended up getting people to die, and how they
How they got them
flung
back,
them
that's
back,
great.
I don't know. I would like to be able to see how they ended up doing that. They must have had strings.
Yeah, yanking them through the wall.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought it started dragging, and my only knock to the story was in fact when Chris Hemsworth came on, and he was a cult leader that had a bunch of psycho followers and a very Manson-esque kind of charismatic type person. And what bothered me was once he found the money and the film, who cares? Just take it and go, or kill everybody, or whatever you're gonna
Whatever
do.
you're doing.
But I mean, I guess that would have been kind of.
But they
a dud
established
for the
his
movie.
character that he wants you to choose. He likes those whole game
Right, he
playing
was toying
thing.
with them.
Yes.
You know, I got that to a point,
Yeah.
but it like the Darlene character said, it didn't really matter. You know.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think he cared about the money. I think he was just all about manipulating people and
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah, the
Especially the sister, who got
sister.
shot first.
yeah. Well, it seemed like the sister from her past with her abusive father was a pretty broken girl, and she was looking for somebody just like her dad to.
Right.
Rosie
Control
or
her.
Emily?
Rosie.
Rosie.
Right.
The young
Emily
one.
was the
yeah.
fighter, and she
Yes.
wasn't going to have any more of it, and yeah. So
Yep.
what we're to assume, I guess, that Kennedy.
That's who I was thinking.
Yeah. Who
Yeah.
was on the film?
I'm thinking Kennedy and
Yeah.
Marilyn Monroe,
It seemed rather blatant.
but yeah. So
It wasn't blatant.
But
to
it was
me.
mysterious.
So as you know, if you stuck around this long, you've seen the movie, and you know that there's a hidden pathway behind all the rooms. That this-
Two-way mirrors that you could
Yeah,
that
that
they could see, and
seems like the mob or somebody owned this, and they were using it to blackmail people and control people and things like that. And it's an interesting take on that because how you found the room, and then yeah, the FBI must have been there looking for something, probably the tape of
Yeah, was there anything in the reel?
Yeah.
So John Hamm was the FBI guy working with Hoover, and they had their own bugs and everything in every room, and he was going and removing all the bugs in his room, and he went back and tried to get the film from the camera, but it was clear that someone else was also bugging all the rooms and everything, and they did not really say who that was. Like Shane said, maybe they were mobsters, could have been the CIA, or could have been, so they just left that in the air, which was kind of interesting. But yeah, that was a nice twist to the whole thing, I thought.
It was crazy just how quickly and abruptly people get killed. It's just like, boom, hey, that person's gone.
Yeah,
Well,
a lot of killings.
Well, and I do have to say that
didn't say
when the singer Darlene ended up hitting Jeff Bridges' character in the face with that bottle,
It scared the
it scared the
That
shit
scared
out of
the
a
shit
lot
out
of
of
people.
all of us.
We all
jumped
jumped. It was
big
not
time.
expecting that.
But I
Yeah.
just think that was all the killings were kind of like that for me.
Well, that was like a jump scare kind of thing. But
Yeah.
Sharon was saying that none of the killings were really expected. They were just boom. Out
It's
of
like,
the
oh,
blue.
here they are.
But did you notice that the first two people that were in the movie were Darlene and the priest, and then towards the middle, you thought that it was just going to end up being those two again
Mm-hmm.
when they were looking for the money and stuff, and then the very end of the movie, it was just those two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good point, Amy, because it was kind of their story, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But then
Kinda
they
was.
surprised you because it was really kind of the bellboy Miles' story.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
His
that
story
nobody
was very
ex-
surprising
yeah,
to me.
Nobody was expecting that.
He was a
And then
sharpshooter.
you see how quickly his character developed as a heroin addict and a lot of tormented history there.
Well, especially when he said he killed 123 people, all I can think of is what? And then it flashed to the war, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh,
Mm.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was interesting.
It was good. It was a good movie.
Yeah, it definitely kept your interest, and the character development was all good, and it was almost like a story and a mini movie of each character and how they came together.
Well, yeah, because they were all there for different reasons, really.
And the sad part is that I haven't seen very many commercials for the movie.
I have
Have
seen
you?
commercials. Yeah, I've seen.
We saw
Trailers.
previews at the theaters. That's when we looked over and said, we should check that out.
Yeah. But like Todd said, the commercials are very vague. They show, I think there's one scene of Christian Helmsworth as he enters, when they introduced him to the movie, where he's walking down the line in his bare feet in the rain. They show that. They show the girl driving up and showing up in the car. They show the other girl pulling up in the Cougar.
They
And,
kind of just show them arriving, and
yeah.
everything is ambiguous. They don't.
Yeah.
They didn't lead anything on at all.
There was another trailer that I seen that alluded to the bank robbery.
Oh.
Because they showed who I was pretty sure was Jeff Bridges with a mask holding the bag of money.
Mm-hmm.
But unless you said, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Jeff Bridges. It looked like him, but yeah, they didn't jump right out and say that was him.
Those masks were cool and creepy too.
They
Yeah.
were.
It gave the faces a kind of different expression, and it was weird. But-
Yep.
Well, I enjoyed it, and I like how they introduced the characters, because when you first get introduced to the characters, like the priest, you assume that he's a priest
Yeah.
until you find out his backstory, and then you realize that he's actually a felon. He's faking that. And then she's a singer, but you don't know her. You didn't realize that she's a backup singer.
Yeah.
And the chick that shows up in that car just squealing her tires.
Well, I thought it was clever that they start the movie off with the hiding of the money in one of the rooms.
Mm-hmm.
And so you think, I thought anyway, okay,
Everybody's
there
there
for
to get the money.
money.
That's what I thought too.
And they're all trying to get the right room
Yeah.
and everything else, but it was really only the priest.
And he literally just forgot which room it was.
Yeah.
He just didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. As
I'm
soon as
gonna
I seen
say-
him tearing up the floor, I'm like, dude, you're in the wrong room.
Yeah.
Because the door was on the opposite side.
Ah,
Yes.
I didn't know.
And then when I saw her in her room, I thought, that's the room. Yeah.
Yeah. As Shane said, though, I don't know if you can say enough good things about Jeff Bridges, and he's just so compelling. You know? It's a tearjerker watching him react the way he does.
Yeah,
in
with
the
that
film.
that Alzheimer's, and you just felt like he was a guy that had no clue where he was at or what he was doing. Couldn't remember his own damn name.
Yeah, at the end there, that was sad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a lot of killings, a lot of surprises. It
Yes.
was quite good.
Was quite good. I wasn't sure.
Me neither.
We're gonna wrap it up. Are we good for this one?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
All right. We're not sure what's coming up next. Anybody have any?
Well, the only thing I would say is if you haven't seen it, it's probably not going to be in the theaters much longer. We
Yeah.
waited a while to see it. And it seems like for us here in our community, tonight was our last option.
Yeah, in Bloomington,
Yeah.
Shane was looking because we just saw the last film that we did, and Halloween, and Shane was looking for showtimes. It's like they have it for a week and that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's tonight was the last
So
night.
that's really sad because it's a very good movie.
Yeah.
Definitely worth the watch.
So I guess this is it. We're all saying go, like, share, subscribe, and tune in next time, and we'll have another one.